HOA Karen kept cutting my power, so I installed a mousetrap in the box, and she never touched it again. This is the story of how her little control game backfired in the most perfect way. I live on rural acreage next to a subdivision run by the strictest HOA I've ever seen. They hate anyone who lives outside their rules, even if we aren't part of their community. I run a small workshop from my barn: woodworking, welding, fixing farm equipment. I kept everything legal, licensed, quiet, and on my own land. But the HOA president, Karen, claimed my tools were too loud, and my lights disturbed the aesthetic of the community. She demanded I shut down by 6 p.m. I laughed because she has no authority over me. The county agreed. My deed proved they had zero jurisdiction. So Karen tried something new. Every few nights, the power to my barn would suddenly go out. I checked the lines, breakers, wiring. Everything was fine. Then one night, my security cameras caught her sneaking to the electrical meter box by the road and flipping the main breaker. It was trespassing, vandalism, and dangerous. The next morning, I called the sheriff's office. They took a report, but without solid identification, they couldn't arrest her. So I came up with a plan that was legal, safe, and brutally satisfying. I installed a locking metal cage around the breaker panel permitted by county code. Karen smashed it with a hammer and cut my power again. This time, the cameras got a clear video of her face. But I knew she wouldn't stop. So I rebuilt the cage with a legal tamper alarm system and added a surprise: a mousetrap wired to the inside handle, perfectly allowed under state property law. Not enough to injure anyone, just enough to snap loud, trigger the alarm, and scare the life out of a trespasser. The next night, around 2 a.m., she tried again. My camera caught every second. She reached through the bars, grabbed the handle, and snap. She shrieked loud enough to wake the cows. The alarm screamed. The floodlights kicked on, and her scream turned into tears. She tried to run, but 2 deputies were already parked down the road. They'd been waiting because I'd turned over all the footage from previous nights. They detained her for trespassing, criminal mischief, and tampering with utilities. The HOA board tried to defend her. They claimed she was performing a safety inspection. But the judge laughed and issued a restraining order. Karen was banned from coming within 200 feet of my property. Fines stacked up. Her power-cutting crusade cost her thousands. I rebuilt the breaker box permanently inside a steel column, fully up to code, and my barn lights shine every night without interruption. Karen doesn't look at me when she drives by. I don't need revenge. The law handled it beautifully. If you love HOA justice stories, like the video and subscribe.